VoiceLive 2 as a project started before the original VoiceLive even shipped. And I can remember the time because on the network drive, we created a folder and a document called VoiceLive 2. And the reason was that VoiceLive was the first ever vocal harmony and effects processor for singers. There was nothing before that existed. So even when we got into the beta test phase of VoiceLive, it opened up this floodgate of feedback from singers as far as what they were looking to control, what were they looking to do with their floor effects pedals. And we started cataloging that feedback. When we got to the stage in VoiceLive 2 as a project where we started talking about the goals, the primary goal was to focus on a multitude of sounds. We wanted to make sure that any style of music that a singer was doing, they could get the sounds that they needed. But the other side of that goal was making sure that it was easy to use when you got on stage. That you had all these creative options, but the product disappeared when you got it on stage. Those are the two most important things about designing VoiceLive 2. In the office, we often talk about being on a quest for the ultimate vocal signal path. And it's a never-ending quest. What it's about listening. It's about listening to what's happening currently in music. It's about listening back to styles in the 90s and the 80s and going as far back in vocal production as you can, and listening to the styles that are significant and the effects that are significant. And what we find our job is creating a signal path that lets you create all those different sounds. And with VoiceLive 2, it was really about getting as many as we could into that box. With VoiceLive 2, we have 6 performance effects that you can engage with separate stomp box-like functionality. We also have 3 global effects that we can control for your voice and your guitar. And it's important that all this can run simultaneously, so you're never limited from getting that ultimate vocal signal path. You can make a product easy by just making it an on-off switch, but that's a really closed product. VoiceLive 2 is about being an open product that you can create with. And the performance interface you get with this product when you're standing up and it's at your feet gives you everything you need to create on the fly in a very simple way. You can modify your sound from a standing position and see everything you need to do and not have to worry about it. And that's partly because we worry about some things for you. You don't have to set EQ and compression. With the tone button, it's just adaptively applied to your voice. And that puts you in the driver's seat as far as controlling your performance. Vocal harmonies are, of course, really important in VoiceLive 2, and we've completely redesigned them. We actually call them natural play harmonies. We call them natural play because we want them to respond to the natural playing of whatever instrument or music you produce. So if you play guitar, we'll respond to your guitar playing and produce musically correct harmonies. If you play MIDI, you play your keyboard and just play it the way you usually play it. It's not about playing in this structured style, and we'll respond to that. Maybe you're a singer, you don't play another instrument. Maybe you just use an MP3 player for backing tracks. Plug that into the auxiliary input and we'll extract musical information from there to produce harmonies. Or to set key and scale manually if you want. The great thing about it is you don't have to think about this. Just plug in the products that you use, guitar, MIDI, just plug in what you want and we'll choose the input that's right for producing those harmonies. It's all about making sure it's easy to get that end result. When it came to the form of VoiceLive 2, it had to be strong, it had to feel natural, and it had to look great. When you get your first chance to see VoiceLive 2, it strikes you. The look of the product's unique, and it's that curve that holds all the foot switches. It's an extruded piece of aluminum, so it's completely strong, naturally strong. That curve puts the foot switches at a natural angle for your feet, and that makes it just feel right on stage. And honestly, when we actually got the product and you get it in the office and you're looking at it, you just go, why haven't all floor effects pedals and multi-effects pedals been designed this way? It's the way it should be. At TC-Helicon, we're proud of the fact that we're the only pro audio company 100% dedicated to the needs of the singer. But that wouldn't mean anything if we didn't take that seriously. And that's why with VoiceLive 2, this isn't an upgrade. This is going back and looking at everything that a singer needs and everything it means to be a singer and taking control of your sound and putting all of that into a product that's easy to use. It's not an upgrade, it's a revolution.